Hello and good evening. This is Mr. LaZy and you are live from the UK in Mr. LaZy's special homemade studio because we are currently in lockdown and we are hosting the first for 2021 Tuesday night fun night. And what I wanted to do briefly before we actually get started is just to explain to you, in case you haven't seen any drone racing before, what this is all about and why we're doing it. So in real life we fly these like that, okay? They're tiny little drones, okay, with a camera on it, and with this and a special controller, like not a joystick or anything, but an actual FPV controller, which I will show you in a moment. So we can just plug it in and switch it on. So it goes very, very pretty colours like that. And you have goggles like this that you put on your head. And what you'll be able to do is, if I can show you, so let me just show the camera. Let's just let that get in, there we go. And that is the camera. So it's not very good because of the way that it's a bit blurred, but there you go. So this is the drone. It flies around. Ooh, hang on, there you go. It flies around like this all over the place, but specifically through lots of colourful gates. So that is basically what we do in real life. However, let me just quickly show you a controller. So we use a standardized controller. This is one of them. There's lots of different types. This is one that's also we use within the simulator, so we use one of these as well. Now I'll just switch it on as well, just so you can see it switches on. So what happens is we set up a course, usually in a community centre, and we just race each other basically, pretty much between four or five drones at a time. We usually get between 10 and 15 people that turn up, so there's quite a few heats, and you just basically sit down and with your controller fly through gates. That makes it fun, and you know, you're just basically pitting your skills against someone else's. So that is drone racing. Now obviously there's 5-inch drone racing, which is a bigger drone, but you do outside, but these are whoops. And these are what you can do inside. Even though you can take them outside, they're not really ideal for outside, but they're much better for indoors. So that is what we do. Now, because of lockdown and since COVID, us in Europe, we have found a simulator called Tiny Whoop Go, and it basically does the same sort of thing, except it's a simulator. So you still have to use your controller. So ideally the same one to what you would normally use, and you create tracks, which is what I've done, and then we basically host them, which is what I do. So every Tuesday there's a fun fly, and the fun fly will mean that you can have any drone, because there's several to pick from the sim, and you can also fly whatever track however way you like. So you could be a beginner or you could be a pro, just tone in your skills. It really doesn't matter. The point is that you've got somewhere to go and fly, because you can't do it in real life. So that is what MLL Drone Racing Simulated is all about. We were hoping, because we do now have 98% of it, of the equipment to actually do exactly what you're going to see now on the screen, to do exactly the same in real life. So when we're in real life, you'll be able to see me while I host real life events, with lots of people coming in and racing. However, like I said, we cannot do that at the moment due to COVID, and even worse now because in the UK we are in ultimate lockdown, so we can't do very much at all. So let me just show you the track for tonight, so you've got an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change over to here. So this is the simulator. It's free. You can download it from www.tinywhoopgo.com. You just got to go to membership, put in your name and your email address, and you'll get an email with links for the Mac, because there's a Mac version and also for the PC version, 64-bit. You can give it a go yourself. There's a training video, as you can see, as you start the sim, which shows you exactly what it is that you need to do. So what I'm going to do now is just jump in. So these are the drones. So you've got a starter drone, which if you're just starting out, that's really the ideal one. And then when you get a little bit better, you can start configuring your settings on how the drone actually flies. They're called rates. So you can adjust those in this one. And then this is the brushless, which is a new one that's come out, but it's very quick. I mean, the one I just showed you was also brushless, but and that's very quick as well. But you'll determine what's the best drone for you, because no one can really tell you. You've just got to give it a go. The only difference between this one, well, this one's brushless, and you can change the settings. This one is brushed. That's brushed and that's brushed. But those two, you can't change any of the settings. That's just default. But these, you can change the rates. Okay, you can change the camera angle on all of them, but this one you can change the rates on. So I'm going to do that. Then you go into this panel, and this is the clubs, or some of the clubs. There's a creators club, but there's loads and loads. I haven't got very many on here because you basically add tracks. I might as well just quickly show you, might know while I'm here. Oh shoot, I pushed the wrong button. So in here you can say tracks, and then you can browse tracks, and basically as you can see, there's a lot of tracks. Usually from this like main kind of type of people. Tiny Whip Go have got their own, and then these are just all clubs, basically. Apart from Rabs Racing, which I don't think is a club, but they're in America. But it's obviously all over the country. But you can pick any of these tracks, put them in your favorites, and then what you see in your favorites is what you see in your banner. And obviously you've got the option to join events as well, which you'll see. Okay, so this is ours for tonight. So that starts in about 12 minutes. So I've got time to show you. So you pick the banner that you want. We're doing this one. It's episode 5. It should really be episode 1 because it is very, very close. Won't run. I very much doubt it. I don't think it's going to have the graphics, Mark, to be honest. The capabilities. It struggles even on the best computers, if I'm honest. On my MacBook Pro, which is a very fast 3D laptop, it struggles on that. So I very much doubt there'll be an Android version, to be perfectly honest. Very unlikely, unfortunately. PC or Mac, I'm afraid, is the best bet with it. So yeah, this one is TFFN episode 5. So we're going to come into this one, and just as I showed you with the actual drone in real life, you're basically pretending to be one right here. Okay, and these gates are kind of like sort of the same sort of size. So we're going to start it off, and I'm just going to show you. There's a sequencer on the track that helps you navigate which gate to go through, because sometimes it's not always clear. Even myself, when I design them, I'm not always perfectly clear with them. I think I am, but obviously others may differ in thought. So we're just going to show you this track. So this one's a ladder. So we go up through the ladder. That's my ghost there, so I'm not fighting anyone. And then we go into a lace. And a lot of these elements are all basically designed on what we've done in real life. So it's, you know, they are kind of realistic to that degree. I mean, this obviously isn't, because you can't have things floating in the air in real life, shockingly. So we're going to go through here. This has only got 33 gates. You'll be lucky if you get 33 gates in a real life one. With ours, I mean, actual gates, we have about 15, and then we use furniture for folks to use and go around. So that's the corkscrew. Then we go into the split S's, and then that is your lap, basically. So when you work your rates, you obviously have the same sort of rates on your real drone. And even though that's not exact, you try and make it as close as possible so that your controller works as close as possible in real life as it does in the sim. It's not exact at all, but it is, you know, you can make it pretty close if you do an awful lot of work. But the idea is the same, as who can get round the quickest. And that is the tournament for today. Tonight we have main race. We have qualifying, which isn't really qualifying because everyone will qualify. But you will have 4 rounds, two seeding rounds, which puts the fastest to slowest, so that you kind of race people closest to your ability. And then 4 main rounds, and then a final round where, if there are heats, which there won't be tonight because there will be heats, but there isn't going to be very many heats. There'll be 2. When I last checked, we only had 8 pilots doing it, so we'll have to wait and see how many people actually turn up. Some people turn up late, but it is the first, so we don't know really how many people are going to be arriving, but we'll just wait and see. Whoa, missed that one. Now, in the main races, when you're actually competing, you don't get the lights. Okay, so you don't get the gates lit up for you. You've got to learn the track. It's not something that you can just do. Great, got an itchy nose now. Into the corkscrew. It's interesting to watch how people do this because they all do the corkscrew very differently. And it's really difficult to determine who's got the fastest, because someone can do it the same way but do it slower than someone else that does it exactly the same way, and some other people can do it considerably faster by, you know, going through it very differently. So it's kind of interesting just to see how people's techniques are. So there we go. I didn't beat my fastest round, because if I did, it would come up and say, well done, you've just beat your fastest round. But obviously I did not get that. So that is a track. There's lots of environments. Where I'm using the sports hall here, mainly because of the cameras and the blimp, but you'll understand that more when the actual thing starts, because we have a little blimp cam, which is really helpful. This is, like I say, 33 gates, very, very simple, and that is the track. Okay, so whilst we just wait for everybody to turn up, and I've got to do a bit of housekeeping. I want to show you a video from some of our sponsors that helps us with prizes that we do. Not for tonight specifically, because tonight's a fun fly, but we do league events and competition events and things like that where people can win prizes. So obviously we get those with the help of other companies, not just in the UK, but also in Europe and also in the US. So whilst you can watch this, we will be right back. So this is Mr. Lazy Leg. Special thanks goes to Drone Junkie for their support and advice. Fast delivery. Remember to support UK retail when looking for brands such as Newbie Drone, Alien Whoop, Emax, FlySky, HQ Prop, Team Black Sheep and many more. Not only do they cater for whoops, but also RC cars, trucks and a wide range of micro-sized land products. Visit them at www.dronejunkie.co.uk. And we are back. Hello and welcome. Okay, so you're obviously seeing lots of the same screen, which is a little bit difficult, so let me just go back to this one. Oh no, that is that one. Yeah, that one's fine for now. Okay, so yeah, we get help from several other companies and stuff to help with prizes. And from my perspective, what I aim to do is I try to have it so that anyone that comes new to the sport isn't afraid, because one thing that is different to 5-inch drones to these is that these have got guards all the way around them, and 5-inch you don't, so it's, you know, it could be pretty lethal. But in this case, it's not anywhere near as bad. Although it could still give you a bit of a nip, it's not going to damage your house or anything if you fly around them. But if you see these and you like the idea of it, and then you try the sim and you like the idea of it, and then you go out and buy yourself a drone, which costs anything from, you know, 30 up to about 200 quid, depending on your budget and how much you want to spend on things like your controller as well as your goggles and things like that. So it's not just a drone if you're completely new to it, but there's also lots of clubs all over the world. America, Canada, Australia, all over Europe, here in the UK. And if you want to try and find a club that is close to you, then you can easily do that because there is a website. And if you go to Tiny Whoop, I can't spell, UK, and then you click on club. Now I know that you can't see this, just bear with me because I am old. Right, so if you go to tinywhoop.uk and then click on clubs, there is a interactive map, and on this interactive map you can see all the clubs around Europe, Australia. There's quite a few in America. There are some in Australia as well, Russia as well. So basically you can come onto this website, and if you don't do a Google search, you can search on here to find your own club. So you can see there's quite a few clubs in the UK. There are clubs in Europe as well, because Rotor Rush is one in Spain. There we go. That's Rotor Rod, I think. I can't remember the name now. I think it's Rotor Rod. There you go. No, Rotomad FPV. They're from Spain. So there's one there. You've got another one. I think that's Portugal. CAAR is another one. So they're everywhere. So if you want to get involved, then you know you can. And even if you just want to pop along and have a look in real life, you don't need to take a drone. All the guys here are really super friendly, and they'll always help you out and give you advice and stuff. So it's definitely worth just pop into one. When we're allowed to do them. Obviously it changes depending on where you are in the world. But of course there's loads in America, Mid, West, East. I mean, they're literally everywhere. So if a Google search fails you, then obviously you can also try this website as well. Okay, so we have a specific screen for the event. So I'm just going to join that now, and I'm going to jump to it, and I think it is this screen. Nope, it's not that screen. I think I've got to do it myself because it is Tiny Whoop 2-in-1. There we go. Okay, so what you're going to see is slightly different. You're going to see the blimp cam in the bottom left, and then in the big screen it will be the cameras that go around the track, as well as our the view of the cockpit of the person that is flying. So it does get quite cool to actually see what they see. And again, it's not specifically realistic as such, but what you see on the screen is what you would see in real life if you had the goggles on. So it's very, very narrow vision, and you can actually see them as they go through all the tracks and things like that. We're just going to jump into Discord.
He would be live streaming from 8 o'clock.
Hello everybody, this is Mr. Lazy Legs. You are live.
Hello, how are you?
I'm awesome. Merry sod Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, mate.
Welcome to the new lockdown. Hope you're all having fun. As always, jolly good, jolly good.
Lazy, we're just discussing the time because it said starts at 8:30 in the thing, and the boys are saying you're starting now.
Bollocks.
The things you sent out this morning and what we shared to our Facebook groups and that, it said 8:30 start.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what I thought was, very thinking quickly in my head as to why I am not starting right now. I thought we would do some multiplayer, like, you know, just to warm ourselves up.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't really have any other answer other than the fact that I thought it started at 8 o'clock as well.
I had a mild panic attack when my phone beeped that you streamed at 7:30. I was like, oh, hold on, that's early. Ah, crap.
I was going to do it early anyway, but only because I wanted to explain, because I've been doing a lot of other streaming of different things. There were going to be some people that were expecting me to do one thing and then see me doing something different, so I thought I'd spend the time to explain what all this is that we're doing, just so that they've got some sort of understanding, and then they can switch off and go and do something else, knowing that I'm not doing what I normally do. Very confusing. Apart from on Facebook, because if you're watching on Facebook, then that doesn't count because you're on a specific channel just for drone racing. But for Twitch and YouTube, then obviously you may well be expecting me to, fly around in a spaceship or something. All right, let me just check what I have done. 8 o'clock, but I've said 8. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's even better then, because that means that if you've just checked this and thought, oh no, I haven't got time. You have got time because you've got another 30 minutes. So I'm just going to change that quickly to 30, and then save. So if you're watching this and you haven't registered yet, but you want to, then you can. Failing that, I'm going to start a multiplayer, which you can also do as well, which I didn't show you. Hello, iBands. I didn't show you, but now is a good opportunity to show you. You can play and fly around on your own, which is good for setting times and perfecting your skill. But you can also invite your friends, and you can play just with your friends, or anyone can come and join you. So I'm just going to do that, as I have accidentally mixed up the times. So I don't know if anyone else can follow us, but I'm going to start it anyway, because I can't just sit here talking to myself, because that's just sad. So I'm going to fly around now, and everyone else can come and join me for half an hour. We haven't got that many that signed up tonight, so it's start penalty. Oops. So I don't think it's going to be a long evening tonight anyway. But if you didn't know that was an event tonight, do you know what? I've totally done this wrong, I think. Red is that way. I can't remember what I did now. But I'm going to win anyway, because there's no one else here left. See, I've done that utterly wrong.
I think you'll find me and Rich are on here.
Okay, well, Rich is in for a surprise, because I've been practicing. Yeah. See, Rich is going to, for a change, he is going to be following my arse rather than everybody else is following his. Because I've been super good on this track, as you can see by my time.
What is it, about 10 seconds?
Yeah, but that was the 2 gates. I'm very interested to watch how people do this corkscrew, because it's a little bit longer than usual, but it was only because the various ways that people have done this previous, that I really wanted just to lengthen it out a little bit and just see how people manage it. But I'm going to do this one right now, because green is that way, red is that way, green, red. Here we go. Here we go. I did notice that you Viper beat my time as well, although I was doing the video at the same time, so it's not my fault. It's very difficult to talk and explain what you're doing whilst trying to fly and concentrate. Being lazy as I am, it's far too much work. Although for the folks that are watching that haven't seen this before, there are lots of settings on here, so you can stop him talking and telling you what gate you're going through and things like that. I'm not quite sure why I have it on. I turned off the lap time because that was annoying, and I turned that off as well. Yeah, because again, it's just something else that you take so long saying it. Now on small tracks, you've pretty much done the entire track by the time he's finished saying what he wants to say, which I find off-putting. But it is worth obviously having the spotter on, because if you miss gate, he will tell you gate missed, which is a 15-second penalty if you were not aware, and that's quite a chunk of time added, which you may not appreciate. Okay, well I've done that, so unless I've for some reason added like a billion laps, I should have completed it, but I haven't, so I'm just going to abort it and get everyone in. And whilst it's aborting, I'm just going to double check that I haven't made a boo-boo, which is, you know, possible. So apologies for those who were thinking that they're going to start at 8, because now obviously they're not. It's going to be past. I know that obviously people have lives, and real life obviously takes precedent, but I am sorry about that. I don't blame myself. Right, let's start.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
So there's me a group of us now. Now I haven't flown actually at all since the last event, and it feels, I don't know, maybe my fingers have just got stronger because of other games I'm playing, but I can't help but feel that I'm just going too fast for myself. What can't you join, IBANs? Because you should be able to. I've just changed the time. Are you talking about the actual event? So we've got IBANs who's on the stream, so I'm not talking to myself. He's having an issue joining, but I'm not quite sure what he's having an issue joining. But you should be able to join the event because I've just changed the time.
I think it might be the multiplayer, because the multiplayer room's now showing 8 of 8, so you've got a full load in there.
Oh, yeah, I'm full of people, buddy. I have asked if it's possible to do more, but apparently it's unlikely to be able to do more than 8 in multiplayer, because in real life you wouldn't be able to do that anyway. In fact, you wouldn't be able to get 8 in real life, and that's because we use analog, and the frequencies with preventers, you'd keep on seeing other people's screens. If you try to do 8, you'd be a right mess.
My club used to do 4.
Yeah, we did 4. On occasion, depending on one of the venues that we have, we could do 5. But it's a venue that was quite expensive, so we didn't do it too often, but it was big. So, you know, it's the off.
1 minute 42.
Is that per lap? Have you not finished yet, Rich? Come on.
Rich is having an off day.
I don't think that's possible.
I've given up on Rich's time. It's just like Super League and us. So I don't even count Rich's times anymore. I just like, nope.
In fact, you know what? We should do that. We should do a Super League on all our tracks, so that the really quick pilots actually have a competition themselves. Because, I mean, obviously I'm a competition, but the rest of you are quite slow.
Say, and us mere mortals can just have one by ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Like also, I quite like watching Rich fly. It's just really good.
It's so smooth. It's scary. Okay, so we've got Barfly. You might have missed a gate there, because you can see that Barfly finished before me, but when I finished, my time, my 6th place jumped, and that is because if you miss a gate, obviously you get the extra 15 seconds. So that's unfortunate. In fact, that was my quickest time so far as well, which is quite cool. Right, I think only 7 actually took part in that one, so we should be able to end, and then we should have an 8th. Mr. H did really well. Look, 203. Kev 209. So that's quite interesting. 8:30 IBANs, yeah. You should be able to join. You have joined, but it starts at 8:30 UK time, so I think that's 9:30 your time, isn't it? Because obviously Europe, you're a little bit in front. Okay, here we go. We're going to go again.
There's a spot if somebody wants to join.
I've just jumped in.
Okay. I was hoping you would.
Oh, damn it, Janet. I find it funny that people that, I mean, it's not a problem, so it's not a criticism. It's just I find it amusing when people go through the corkscrew and then come back out again and then go through again. I'm not sure if that. I've seen people do it and they've done it super quick, but other people do it yet they seem to be really slow. So I'm not quite sure what the knack is to do that. Other than you must be able to turn really quickly.
I would have liked alternating colours with the gates in series because
I know it's confusing, isn't it?
which one to do next.
I know. Practice, see?
And at the top here.
The reason I do that is because when I commentate, it's easier just to let, because I sometimes I'm really good with names and other times I've got such short-term memory lapse. I'm crap and I forget. So it's easier just to say, okay, they're through the light blue section and into the pink section, which is much easier than to. I try to make it colour sectioned. Oh, bloody hell.
Well, this is the corkscrew section, isn't it?
Well, I do call it the corkscrew, but it is actually part of the blue section because it's all this. Obviously, it's all blue. Because the reason being is that I think that there are certain sections of colours where people will overtake other people, but then they'll lose out on other colour sections. It's like the yellow section is quite simple, but the blue section is where you could be really, really good or you could be really, really bad. Because I've messed up your flow by putting in an odd-shaped gate, which I did deliberately. And then you've got the corkscrew on top. So I'm hoping that for people that are really fast, specifically those with the brushless, I mean that has got a really quick front line speed. Ooh, 301. I was slow that time. I made some mistakes. I thought I was racing people, but clearly I wasn't. Well, I was racing people, but they'd already lapped me, which was a bit of a shame.
Viper's still on the track.
Oh, is he? What colour is Viper?
I don't know.
I don't know what colour
Yeah,
I am.
I'm going to the yellow section now.
Is he? Okay. Well, that's not like Viper because I know he can do it quicker than 301.
No, I missed the buzzer for the start, so I just joined in as you guys took off. So I don't think it's counting my lap.
No, well that's going to be odd for even a multiplayer. I've not known that. How many laps have you done? 6?
I don't know. I'm just buzzing around in.
Okay, let us know when you go through the old start-stop gate.
I'm done now. I'm
Okay.
just buzzing around by the start.
Oh, okay then. So we've got 15 minutes still. Right. Okay. Well, that's strange that you didn't get the old time because that shouldn't be an issue. But let's try again and see if you get it this time.
10 seconds.
Okay.
It still says FBV Kev, I left.
Did you though? Was that your ghost?
I left and Viper jumped in.
No, it's not counting me again. It's not counting the gates.
Well, that's a bit weird. I've never known. Are you actually? Oh, is it listing FPV Kev rather than Viper then? I didn't even notice.
I haven't even got gate 1, gate 2, gate 3 in my ears, so for whatever reason it doesn't seem to want to count me tonight. Yay!
Do you know what? You're going to do your fastest lap tonight. You're going to do it so well, cleanly, and it's not going to be counted. How? I mean, that's just going to suck, man.
That's just so slow, mate. Don't worry about it. It's all good fun anyway.
Well, it is Tuesday Fun Fly night. But I'm just wondering if it says FPV Kev when it should say Viper, that is probably why. Perhaps you jumped in so quick.
Just leave and restart the multiplayer.
No, it's alright. It's only for practice for all of us anyway. If it happens in the event, then yeah, that's a problem. But
Nah,
3 minutes.
it won't happen in the event.
what do you mean 23 minutes?
It just popped up on the screen. FPV Kev 23:19:68.
Oh my lord!
So that's why I haven't got it on my system then. But I've just been pissing about by the start gate. So yeah, I've just ruined your average lap. Sorry, Kev.
I mean, missed. I didn't miss, you sausage.
Rich, you got some competition, mate.
Jesus FPV, nice. 141, epic. See, on my screen, I've got 4 Mr. Lazy Legs on the FPV results. From number 4 down, I got Rich, Jade, Mr. H, and I got 4 different Mr. Lazy Legs with their times.
Well, I'm that quick. You know, the system just can't cope.
I might just leave the sim and reload it in case there's a problem with my computer.
Is it Jesus FPV?
Jesus is how I read it.
I like Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the sim and just reload it.
I think best.
Oh, FPV Kev, what happened, man? Look,
He had a shit substitute.
It's the last time you fly my route.
yeah. Game over. Oh, hang on. I pushed the wrong button. I want to push this one.
Right.
Pilots.
And
It'd be nice if in brackets at the end of the time that was the missed gate thing, and then we'd know immediately if anybody had actually missed the gate.
so I've still got FPV Kev in purple. Have you come back, Kev?
That's most bizarre.
I'm reloading the Sims now. I haven't even got back to the multiplayer yet, and it's showing 8 of 8. It's showing full, so I can't join in.
Kev, are you back in it?
I just hit join. It says requesting. I don't think it's going to work because it says 8 of 8.
Okay. Jesus, no mate. This is Fun Fly. The league is on Friday on the 15th. It restarts, and that's the Brushed League on Friday the 15th. So this is just a Fun Fly. We do it every Tuesday just to get together and, you know, take the piss. Well, I do.
Take the piss? I thought this was deadly serious. Oh dear.
Well, of
Computer
course.
said no.
Of course it's deadly serious. It's very, very serious, and I'm going to win. So I'm deadly serious about that. So if everyone can give me about a 45-second head start, I might actually do it.
Well, we need about a 3-lap head start on Rich anyway, and Jesus by the looks of that tonight. So
The 3-lap head start.
yeah, on the 3rd lap we might just win. Yeah, my multiplayer is just saying no, so I don't got a clue what's going on yet.
Have you reloaded it?
Yeah, reload. They've gone back to the multiplayer, and it says 8 of 8. So
Yeah, FPV. It says FPV Kev's in here. your
never practice.
perhaps your conscience is. Your conscience is still flying because you're determined to beat Rich.
Well, it's not doing very well.
Well, no. But it is trying, and that's what counts, isn't it? It's not winning, it's a taking part, even if it takes you an hour.
My inactivity alarm just came on, so it just shows that I'm not flying.
Oh, I'm lining that up terribly.
Rings of Doom.
Cool. I'll tell you what, I was racing with Rich just now. Obviously, I'm on my second lap, and he was on his final. But I was nearly keeping up with him.
137.
I think he was getting a little bit of a wet brow, seeing me there.
So what are you doing about 33, 32, 33 seconds? 31. Oh, my best is 38. I just couldn't do it for 3 laps. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, look, I'm doing it.
I
Oh, no, I'm not.
reckon we should have a jugs test. I'm just jealous.
Alright, you bloody prawns. I'm gonna jump out, so Adam, if you wanna jump in. Okay.
11 minutes that time, Kev. I don't know who's flying because you.
Getting better then.
Yes. It is getting better.
I'm just gonna go and wait in the pits. It's doing the actual event.
Pilots.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Over.
Because I'm sure someone is flying purple. No, something's going on there because Pink's just left. Who was? I can't remember who Pink was.
That was Luke. Luke just said no. He was leaving.
Okay, so it is. I don't know. Perhaps Kev is doing a bit of voodoo. Maybe he's got a voodoo drone and he's stabbing it. Right, let's just double check what's going on here. Okay, so we've got 1 from the Netherlands, 2 from Spain, and the rest from the United Kingdom. We've got room for 1 more. IBANs, if you want to jump in, you should be able to jump in and join if you want to. Because I'm about to start for the last one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. Half too late.
10 seconds.
Now it's time to kick some ass. I always think that I'm doing really well, but then I come in like literally last, second to Kev, who does like 11 minutes. Oh no, I'm not doing very well now. I just fudged up my ladder. My lace ladder. Ooh, it's that one all together. I'm just trying to see. Oh, for goodness sake.
Don't forget which ring I've just gone through.
I will not be lapped. I will not be lapped. Well, I will be by Rich, but that's okay. And Jake, oh look, I speak of the devil, he just lapped me. Oh damn it, I missed that gate as well. I'm just not having it, I'm sorry. There we go, 4th place. I did it, Kev. No! What would make you think that? Oh, you're getting confused with the 9. It's meant to be a 1. If you squint, it does actually turn out to be a 1, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. You can go in the pits, because then I can start on time. Well, I say on time. On-ish time-ish. I'm just waiting for one other. I don't know who we're waiting for. We're waiting for someone.
FPV Kev, is it?
It probably is FPV Kev, actually. I can't remember what colour he was.
Purple.
Purple. There's not anyone flying around the track. But I bet he's just going to pop a time in a minute. But no one's moving. Okie dokie. And that.
Race is now over.
Well done, everybody. Okay, so we can now go back to the event. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Events, join, we are all good. I'm in the pits, thank you Mr. H. Mr. H is in the pits, so we're just waiting for Jay, Scotty and Barfly, but there's no rush, I'm not rushing you, you've got a few minutes yet, so it's absolutely fine. Scotty, just move your ass. Oh! Nice one, Scotty. Alright, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I am going to change it to, it was on 4, 6, because I don't want any more than that. And we're going to start on time. I'm just going to, I have to wait until past, as I've said, I'm going to be at past. And we are just waiting. Okay. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Here we go. So we've got 2 qualifying rounds. That's what we're doing now. 3 laps. There's 2 heats. You should be able to watch the heat whilst the whilst the other heat is flying. We are going to crack on and go in, and we're just going to change the screen to the 2-in-1, so you'll be able to see. There we go. Oh, bugger! I forgot. Oh, I didn't forget. That should just take me straight in. Do, and it does. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got 6 pilots. You can see the colours. This is what we mean by the blimp. So you can actually see the colours at the bottom as they go around. And if I do that, you can actually there see who is flying what. So on the brushed, we've got Brett, Viper, Dave and Ibans, and on the brushless we've got Jay and Barfly. Okay.
LaZy.
Yo.
Sorry, bud. I thought I was logged onto this thing, but obviously I'm not. It said they're waiting for a call to the pits or something, and now I can see like a live feed.
You
Luke.
yeah, Luke. You're in the second heat, so you should be able to watch this. So if you press anyone,
F1, F2, F3, F4, change to
Oh, I see. Okay.
M. Well done. Thank you, Rich. Well done, Rich. If you press M, it'll give you a little chart of what you can and can't do. So you can see, select the FPV feed. So it's 1 to 6. So F1 to F6 is the pilots. You can select cameras. It's got 1 to 5, but 5 isn't a camera.
Wow, this is really cool.
Auto camera doesn't work at the moment. You've got the zoom as well, and you've got the blimp if you want to by pressing B. Okay, so you can do that. You can interact however you like. It doesn't matter. It won't count you. This is just for the ones who are flying, which is Brett, Jay, Viper, Barfly, Dave Gregory, and IBANs. So we are.
What, I'll be in the next one.
Yes. Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so whilst we're doing that, I'm going to mute myself from the Discord because I don't like doing it where people get, you know, annoyed with me talking about crap. I always go with the third one past. Here's the cameras, look, so you can actually see them going round. So I've just got to remember that is camera 1, which is where they're going to start. Camera 4 is the other side, so we can do both. Then it's 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're good. Okay, this is just a practice one, so it's not specifically to... hang on a minute. I should have done this before that, but because I was multitasking. I've got to do it this way. So just bear with me for 1 second and then we can start this baby off. Okay, here we go. What I'll do on this one as well, actually it won't really make much difference to you, but it will to me. Okay, and we are off. And we've got the colours there, you can see who is flying off first. We are actually following Viper at the moment, as you can see. But green is Jay, who is flying ahead at the moment. He's just gone into the blue section, now into the yellow section. Viper seems to be second. He's doing really, really well. We can just jump down now to camera. He's just going through there now. Look, go and jump into camera 2. Then we can jump back to camera 3, and then camera 1. Okay, this is the interesting one. How are they going to each go through? Look at that, 34 seconds for Jay to his first lap. You can see that on the blimp if you've got good eyesight, that is. Oh, he's following, but IBANs has taken him. Look, IBANs is going to come into second now. Look, on 47. Viper on 49. We're still following Viper. Barfly and Tall E are on 51. So we're going to jump over now to Tall E and Barfly because they are really close together. You can see them there. Barfly is in the white and Tall E is in the red. They are super close going through the blue section. Just jumping into the yellow section now. We're watching. Barfly is just behind Tall E, just going through the nook, back round. Barfly is on the tail of Tall E. I'm just going to call him Brett. And as they come into the, I can't remember, corkscrew, we can see Barfly doing really well, but there's not much in it with their times. We're going to see what their second lap is going to be like as they come through. And Barfly takes it this time on 139 for a 2 lap and 142 for Brett as they come flying down through. Okay, Barfly's now got some space left because Brett is lagging behind just a little bit. He's got some catching up to do. Jay does it in 1:41. That's the 3 laps is completed for Jay. We're just going to jump over now and we are going to jump into... We should be jumping into Barfly, but we're not. There we go. Here's Barfly coming into finish. IBAN's 212. Viper 220. 222 for Barfly. He suddenly speeded up, didn't he, going through that one then. We should have then Tall E who's come in. And last we're going to have Dave. Let's follow Dave. Where is Dave? Dave, I think this is Dave that we are in now, who is in yellow. So this is his cockpit view as he's going through the corkscrew. You can see that he is not going in and then back through again. He's actually going round them, which is like the proper corkscrew, corkscrew kind of style. Oh, he missed that one. He's going to have to go round. But he's doing really well. And there he goes on 3:05. So again, these times do not count. They are just for practice and more for seeding, because when they go into the main races, the quickest 5, 6, the quickest 6 will go into the top, and then the next 4, 5 will go into the next heat. So it just makes it more interesting for the pilots. So we're going to fetch that one, and we're going to invite the next lot. So the next one we've got Rich, Mr. H, Kev, Scotty, and Luke. So they are in this one. Right, I'm just doing the housekeeping bit. We are going to be following FPV Kev because he's the third one, and I usually follow the third one. I don't know why it's not working with his camera. He's doing something, I'm not sure what it is. But we're going to start this one now. So good luck, pilots. Here we go.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. There we go. We've got Kev there. Look. And they are off. And Mr. H has always consistently had really good starts. It's usually Mouse, but second to Mouse is Mr. H. Rich in the green again is flying off. But we've still got FPV Kev flying now through the blue section. We can just see him now coming down the yellow into the light blue section. Flying, coming round. We've got Mr. H now chasing. Rich is going to make his first lap, and it's going to be 32 seconds for Rich. It looks like, oh, Kev just had a bit of a knock on that one, but he's recovered. He hasn't lost much time, and Kev does it in 43. Mr. H is next on 46. 47 for Scotty. Scotty's doing really well. Luke comes in on 50. And I think that's all of them, because I think there's 11 pilots. We're still watching FPV Kev, but we're going to change it over now, and we're going to get our eyes on Luke as he goes through. There he is. He's about to come down the yellow section into the light blue section with the nubs. That's just to stop their flow, especially if they're on the brushless. Scotty made a bit of a mistake there, but we've got Luke keeping on Scotty's tail by the looks of it. You can see that Scotty's going super fast around that corkscrew. And we see the time. Scotty is a 135, 138 for Luke. 3 laps are now done by Rich for 139. We're still watching Luke in the yellow. You can see him coming down into the blue section now, round. He's going to chase in Scotty at the moment as they go into the light blue section. It's only going to take one little mistake through this corkscrew and Luke could capitalize. Oh, look at that! Scotty had a bit of a mistake going through that nub. He's now on the corkscrews, but he was really fast on the corkscrews, and he still is really fast on the corkscrews. They are not, oh, look at that, they are both together. We're going to see who's going to come in. I think it's going to be Luke who's going to come in, followed by Scotty. Yep, Luke on 223, Scotty on 224. So that was super quick. Well done to those folks. Very, very, very good. Very good. Okay, so we can end that one. So they've got one more of these,
Race is now over.
which gives them their overall kind of combined average, which then helps to determine what heat they're going to be in the main races. But they all qualify, so I don't really call them qualifying rounds. So we're going to bring them in again. It's the same group again for the 6. Oh, I'm not in yet. Tried to do that too quick. I'm not getting the blimp. Why am I not getting the blimp? Oh yeah. And remove that. Okay, we're good to go. Again, we're going to stick. Actually, I'm not going to stick with Viper this time. I'm going to stick with Barfly. So we're going to jump in with Barfly. And we're going to start this baby off. So good luck to all the pilots.
10 seconds.
There we go. We can zoom in a little bit and watch them go off. And straight off the bat was Viper. Oh, but he has had a few knots going up there. Also as Barfly. Barfly had a few little clips as he's just going through the lace. He is now in catch-up. He is not having such a good round this time, but he is still not that far from Torley, and he is not that far either from Dave Gregory, but he's going to have to redo that again. But is he going to be able to make up some time? I do not know. Let's jump over to Viper. We've got Viper now, who's coming through the corkscrew, I do believe. Yep, last part of the corkscrew. We've got Jay's coming on 33, Iban's on 44, Viper on 48. We can still see that we are still following Viper as he goes through the lace on the top. Brett 55, Dave Gregory 57. We're just waiting now. There we go. Barfly comes in on 102. But Barfly is going to make up some time on this second lap. I'm reasonably certain of that. Viper's got some space. You can see that on the blimp that he's got a bit of space there. There's not anyone that close to him. Jay's just lapped both Dave and Barfly. Let's just jump in with Dave and see how Dave is doing. There we go, he's just going through the nub. You think we can just see Barfly just coming behind him. Barfly is super quick as they go through here. He is also on the brushless Barfly. So straight line speed, he's definitely got it. But as you can see, going through lots of nooks and crannies is a little bit more difficult. 143 from Jay. We're still watching Dave Gregory there as he goes through to start his final lap, and Barfly is also just starting his final lap as well. So there's a lot of space. There isn't too much closeness together. I'm not quite sure what happened to Dave Gregory there, but he is starting again. We've got Ibans coming in to take 2 minutes and 12. Next then is going to be, I think it's going to be, Ibans has done it. It looks like it's going to be Viper or Brett. Let's jump in. It's going to be Viper unless he makes a mistake, but Brett is right behind him. Oh, look at that! Brett only just does it because Viper goes a little bit wide. That's the only reason. It's just a little bit wide and he capitalizes. That was brilliant. Well done, Brett. That was awesome flying. I enjoyed watching that. That was very good. Barfly is now ahead. Oh, we just bounced off that one. Barfly is just ahead. Oh, he's had a few mistakes going through there, but he does it in 2:56. And Dave comes in exactly 3 minutes. Bored? What's the matter?
I'm just waiting because I want to watch Modern Family.
Oh, might have to wait. You can come and watch with me. You got to come and commentate. Going to be some close racing. There is.
I was on Bloxburg, but I didn't say I had to go.
You said that you had to go.
No, I can if you want to comment with you.
Yeah, you can come and help me and do this bit. So we're going to be joined by the infamous Mouse, who's not flying tonight. Right, so that is that round over. We are just going to fetch in them results because it's interesting to actually see what the results are once they've finished. But we're just going to invite the last group in for this seeding round. And here they come. So if we just bring my calculator over here, move that over there. I want you to be in charge of that. Oh.
The way box.
Okay, so I've invited them in, so they're in now. So now we just need to start it. Not yet. I just need to do some housekeeping, as I like to call it. We are in. We go with the third one back, so we're going to be watching Kev to start with. There is Kev now. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stay in with Rich. So we're actually going to look through the same thing that Rich sees. Okay, let's start this baby. Good luck, everybody.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Come over. And there, see Rich again, he's not always the first one off. Let's just change this so we can actually see the colours. Obviously we won't see anyone in front of Rich until he laps everybody. But we can just see how smooth he is as he goes through this track. These are the little nubs. These are meant to, you know, kind of stop them from smashing times, but it hasn't really worked. Let's see how he does these. Oh, he does the corkscrew as it should be done. That's wonderful to see. Split S number 1, split S number 2. We can see his first time is going to be 34.9, which is pretty consistent. And he is off. Okay, let's have a look on the blimp. Who are close to fighting each other? We've got Scotty again. And Scotty is chasing FPV Kev by the looks of it. So we definitely want to have a bit of that. So let's just drop in. There we go. We are going through now. And here we go. Scotty's just going down the yellow section. Coming into the blue section. But Kev has actually made some time. I don't know what happened there, but Kev has made some time now. But Scotty is very quick going through that corkscrew, but he's not corkscrewing it, so that's probably why he is. Oh, he just bumped his head then doing that. Rich is on his final one. We're going to jump in with Luke. Luke is just coming in now. He made a second lap on 154. Scotty second lap 130. With FPV Kevin 127. Rich does the 3 laps now in 1 minute 40. It's not as fastest, but it's still super fast. We've got Luke just coming down the lacers and going round the other blue.
Still doing seeding?
Yeah. Meant to start at 8, I thought, but apparently everyone thought it was 8:30, so I made a mistake, clearly. There we go, Luke is now doing the corkscrew nicely. Scotty does it in 2:13, FPV Kev in 2:07. Mr. H comes in second in 2:06. Super quick, he had a really good start, and there we go, Luke has done it as well. Okay. Yeah, so we can end that one. Well done to the pilots. And we can fetch the results, and then what we can do, just to so you can actually see how the times look, I can, he says, can I show you that one? Is that the right one? Yeah, there you go, look. So that is where we are with the times as it is. So 99.2 for Rich, then it's J, FPV Kev, Mr. H, Iban, Scotty, Viper, Barfly, Luke, Torley, and Dave Gregory. That is where we are. Okay, so we are just going to now create.
Oh, can I not do it?
Okay, yeah. Oh, no, not yet. Nearly had a disaster.
What?
We have to change it from 2 to 4. Fastest together. Okay, now you can create it. Oh, actually, no, refresh it first, just in case it doesn't realise what it's got to do.
How to refresh it?
Yeah, that's it.
Continue?
Yeah. Okay, now create it. And here we go, and I will be able to, if I just hide that screen, we can come here, and then you'll be able to see how it looks for the heats. So the fastest 6 go together, and then the next 5 go together. Okay, so we're going to start this off because it's going to be quick going now. So we're going to start this one, and as soon as they're in, and I am prepped. We're going to start it. There isn't going to be much waiting. So everybody is in. So you can see the colours. It is fastest to slowest.
Can I start it?
And you can now start it. Yes. As usual, I always go with the third one back because I find that quite to be an interesting view of everything that people can see. And off they go, and we've got green, which is Jay, who started off first, but it is Jay and Rich who are literally neck and neck. Oh, but Jay just had a bit of a bump, which made I thought I was watching Kev. I am watching Kev. There is Kev, but he's being chased by I-bands. They were very, very close together, coming down into the yellow section. There we go. He just bumped his head. I-bands just bumped his head, which gives Kev a bit of a start. But you can just see there that we've got Jay on catch up with Rich. Rich is about to make his first lap. What's his first lap time?
34.
34 seconds, and Jay.
36.
36. Mr. H comes in on 57.
37.
37. Kev 42. Scotty 45. I-bands 47. That's not like I-bands, is it?
No, but
So we've
the
got
boys
Scotty and I-bands possibly going to be racing. I-bands needs to speed up a little bit. Scotty's doing super well. But we're still watching Kev, but he's got some space. So we're just looking on the blimp to see if there's anyone pretty close together. And I-bands is now overtaken Scotty, so we're going to just jump over to those guys. There's I-bands. There's Scotty, was super fast going through here. Look at how he speed up time. Scotty is now back. Oh no, he isn't. He was so close to being in the lead. And I-bands comes in second lap on 1:29. What happened to Scotty?
I got 2:36.
1:36 for Scotty
I don't
on his
know.
second lap. Rich does it now, look, in 1:41. Let's just quickly jump into Jay as he comes into his last bit. And Jay does it on 1:49. Let's just jump back in to see what Scotty is doing. Oh, had a bit of a nub there. All these pilots, with the exception of Jay, are on the brushed. So Jay's on the brushless, which is really quick on frontline speed. Flat line speed even. Oh, Scotty just missed that one. I-bands made it in 2:10 for the 3 laps. Kev on 2:01. Mr. H, really good run on 1:57. Scotty coming through now. He's on the last section. Coming through. And bingo was his name on 2:27. Really quick. Okay, going to end that one. Well done, pilots, and we are going to usher in the second group of people. We're waiting. Everyone's waiting. Here we go.
Anticipating.
Okay, Viper is in red, Barfly in green, Luke in purple, Tall E in white, Dave Gregory in the yellow. We are set to go. We're going to go with the third one back, so we're going to be watching Luke. 10 seconds, here we go. Everyone is now lined up. Let's get those colours going. Who's going to take off first? It is going to be Brett, but I think he, I wasn't quite sure if he meant to do that. But we do have Barfly currently leading, closely followed by Luke by the looks of it. No. Brett is there. Brett is just behind. And then you've got Luke with Viper together as they go through, coming down the yellow section. We've got Viper now making a bit of space, but we've still got Barfly leading. Brett is just behind, followed by, no, hang on a minute, Viper's now leading. I can't work it out who's who. We'll be able to find out from this bit here. We've got, coming through first, we have Luke. Is that Luke's going to be coming through first? And he is on 49. Viper 50. Brett 50. Well done, Luke. That is super good going. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Through the lace. Now coming to the blue section. We've still got Luke, closely followed by Viper. To Barfly. Barfly is quite a bit behind there when he was leading. Luke had a bit of a glitch going through there, so Brett is going to capitalise. Oh my lord, Barfly does it in 15. I have no idea how that happened. Barfly is in the green. I'm not quite sure what happened there, because he was just going through the corkscrew, but it for some reason it jumped him over. So he's going to come last on this one. Winning though, we've now got Viper now, who's now in the lead. Luke being chased by Brett as they come through down into the yellow section, flying round. Viper's just going to make one little mistake, and Luke's going to capitalise on that. But then if Luke makes a mistake, Brett's going to capitalise on that. So there's lots of possible capitalising going on.
Luke is first again.
Is Luke going through quicker? He is going through quicker. Luke is now leading. He is. Oh no, the Viper's just taken him. He's going to come through first. It's going to be Luke. Oh, well done, Luke. Followed by Viper, followed by Brett. And we're just waiting for Dave Gregory. We've got all about Dave Gregory. Well, I didn't, because I'd never forget about Dave. Here comes
You
Dave.
missed him on the qualifying.
Dave is coming through. There we go, through the little nub. Coming round into the corkscrew. He's going through the corkscrew different again, so that's going to cost him time because of the way that he's doing that, but he's still doing really well. Let's just jump into his camera. He comes into the last section, and bingo was his name. He comes in 4th place. Well done, and well done to Luke. That was super quick. Look at that, 2 minutes 23.08 and then 2:23.37 for Viper. That was cool. Right, okay, what we're going to do now is we're just going to quickly check the results just after that, so we've got an idea of what their times are going to be. Mouse is super quick and on the ball today. Okay, so this is where we are with the points. Obviously, the heats are how the points are allocated. So heat 1 and gets 8 points, and so does heat 2, the top of. Okay, so that's how it actually stands at the moment, which is why the first 2 of each one go through. But in this case, it is going to be the first 2 of each heat will go into the final. But in this case, because there's only 2 heats, it's going to be 4. So the first 4 of each heat will be able to go through into the final. So that's quite interesting, isn't it, as it comes through. We don't actually see their times on that one. But anyway, I am digressing. Let's go into this. And Kev, again, let's go.
You still got that screen on.
Oh, I've still got that screen. Thank you, mouse, because otherwise people will get annoyed because I won't be able to see what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. We are still following Kev.
Ready?
We'll change cameras. Let's go. We are good to go. We are good to
Hopefully you
go.
won't mess up any of the name.
I am very, very tired, which is my excuse. I was in Tesco's really early this morning. And we are off. Who is the first ones through? It is, we've got together, we've got Rich, followed by Jesus. But Rich is flying through. Kev at the moment is not having a great start. He is being chased by Ibanz. Actually, Ibanz is now in front, so Kev is chasing Ibanz. And Mr. H is currently in 3rd place as well, going through. In fact, we haven't seen much of Mr. H. Let's jump into Mr. H. That's not Mr. H. That's not Mr. H. There we go. We've got Mr. H now going through the corkscrew. Jay does it in 33. Rich in 36. Now Rich is going to play catch up. Rich is currently chasing Jay as they go down. This is going to be a fascinating race. We want to basically watch this. We are going to jump in. We do have Rich. There we go. We can see him chasing Jay as he comes through. Let's just jump into Rich's cam. Very, very quick going around. I think he is making a little bit of time, but we'll find out here if he's got the option and the ability to catch up. But Jay is steaming ahead. Look at that. Beautiful through the laces up there, down the lace ladder. And I think, oh, Rich just had a bit of a bump even. I can't work it out. Jay's still just ahead, but Is he going to be able to catch him? He is right on his tail there. Look, Rich is doing... and Rich had a bit of a problem there. He would have done it, but he just didn't quite get there. Jay did it in 1:39. That was super close. We're going to jump over now with Ibans, who is chasing with, by the looks of it, FPV Kev. But no, there he is. It's all going to depend on how they go through the corkscrew. Ibans is doing it the backward style as he goes through, but it's going to be Rich on Mr. H on 202, Kev on 205, Ibans on 206, and Scotty, we're just waiting for Scotty, who does it in 2 minutes 12. Congratulations. Woot woot. Yep.
Pilots, race is now over.
No, just wait. Wait for my screen before you do anything else. Right, yep. That's it. Then just invite the next group in. Okay, this is it. Round 2, Heat 2. That was a really close race. Really close race. No, hang on. Everything's got to come in first. Mousy Woo.
Sorry. Someone's missing.
No, the name's on the next line. Okay. Okay, so Luke. It's all going to be seen on what Luke does. Let's get everyone lined up. You can see everything. I've still got an itchy nose, just doing my nut in, but that's okay. And here we go. Who's going to take off first? It is going to... Not Luke. Luke's not moving. Luke! The buzzer went. What's happening with Luke? I do not know. Let's just check in with someone else a minute. We'll follow Brett just for a second. Luke is not moving. Let's just check in with Brett as he goes round. And what I've just got to do a second is...
Got the jumper that I bought.
Luke, what happened, man?
No, my controller bombed out.
No way!
No.
I was hoping for a really cool race like last time with Viper, man. That was so cool. Is it gone? Is it out of batteries? Is it...
No, sorry, I was going to see if I was on mute or not. It's just an old controller, and it's connected with USB to my laptop. And I bought a new controller, remote, but I haven't got the dongle for it. So I just need to buy a wireless dongle because the USB thing doesn't work on the new remote.
Oh, no way, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
That sucks.
Now, are you guys still going to do this for a bit?
Well, we do this every Tuesday, and obviously we've got...
I'll restart the sim and try and jump back in.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It probably won't bring you into this particular event, but you will be able to come into the next round because you'll be invited in again. So just click to join the event again, but it only lasts a minute for you to be brought back in. So you've missed this round, but you should be able to come in the next one.
Yeah, I can keep going there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming to the next one. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, awesome. Okay, just to mute myself there a second. So that's really unfortunate that the controller, again, I mean, it's batteries can run out, they can lose connection. There could be lots of reasons why your controller bombs out, and there's nothing you can do about it because you can't really control it with keys. It's not that kind of sim. It is really based on. It's meant to be really based on how you actually control your drone in real life. So, bummer, man. Okay, so Brett is in on 2 minutes 12. Barfly is going to be taking 3rd place. And we got Dave Gregory now, who is currently going through the final stages of his last lap. Unfortunate that Luke isn't going to make a time. Do you want to do that or not? Because if not, I'll bring it back if you're not going to concentrate. End yet. Race is now over. So that is the end of round 2. And all the results are in. And we can now see what the times has added up to. So you can see there 15, 15, 15 for the first three, Viper, Rich and Jay. That's really interesting. And then you've got Brett 13, Mr. H is on 12, and then 10 we've got Kev, Barfly and Dave. IBAN's on 8 with Luke and Scotty on 6. Hokey cokey. Now this is an interesting screen as well, which is worth a little looky, because what you can tell from here is if pilots are actually getting better over rounds. So what you basically can do with this is just view what their times were before. So you can see that there's 2 heats. So heat 1, it says heat and rounds, they're all mixed up. But the first 2, so those 2 here is round 1 and that's round 2. So you can see Rich 102 for the second, but he did it in 101. Jay much quicker in the second round than the first round. We've got Viper 143 in the first round, but in the second round he did it in 139. So it's just good just to look at that sometimes and just see how well people are progressing and getting quicker as the event obviously moves forward. Yep, okay, you can good to go. 10 seconds to go. We're going to watch the third one. It is going to be a quickie. And who's going to take off this time? We've got Rich. That's all I can see at the moment. The blimp might tell me more. Yeah, we've got Rich, followed by Jay, followed by Mr. H. But Rich is definitely on a mission at the moment. But we are still in with FPV Kev as he's just going through the blue, down through the yellow ramp, into the light blue section, round through the nub, into the slalom nub, heading now in through to the corkscrew. Just behind him is IBANs as well, who seems to be doing quicker because he's just overtaken him. And the split times, Rich 33, Jay 34, Mr. H 39, IBANs 43, Kev 43. Really close between Kev and IBANs. We can see them there. Oh, look at that. Kev just had a hit. IBANs is going to capitalise on that as he goes through. Down through the yellow section. They're back neck and neck as they come through. Very, very quick. Oh, we lost a bit of time there. This is going to be interesting. Who's going to make it quicker going through here? IBANs is doing the corkscrew from behind. I'm not sure what Kev missed. He went very wide then and put IBANs off as well by the looks of it.
Kev missed her?
No, Kev missed. He went really wide. So on the second lap, you've got Kev on 127, but IBANs on 125 just ahead. But IBANs is now making some space.
135 for Scotty.
Oh, he's just overtaken. There we go. Look, we've got 138 for Rich comes in. Jay comes in at 141. They are again neck and neck for IBANs and FPV. Oh, look at that. IBANs just went straight into the side of that gate. But he can make up time here. Oh, no, he can't. He can usually make up time. But we've got FPV Kev coming in. Mr. H, again, consistent on 202. Kev on 207. And where are we looking for Scotty? Scotty's coming in now. We can actually just jump into Scotty. Oh, that's not Scotty. Oh, he's done it on 217. Okay, we can end that one. Race is now over. Now, fingers crossed we're going to have Luke back, but we just do not know. But I cannot hold fire because we have to crack on, unfortunately. So we are just going to go and hope for the best that Luke is back into the pits. And it looks like he is. So let's hope, fingers crossed, we've got another really close race. I've just got to do some of that. We're going to stick with Luke because I really hope we have a really fun lap time. Okay, let's go. He's flying, so that's a good sign. Here we go, 10 seconds. And they're off. And the first one, oh, do you know what? It's just such a bunch of colours.
Yellow didn't take off.
Yellow was Dave Gregory. Good point. Yeah. They're all on TWF, so they're all on the brushed drones tonight on this heat. So they're all perfectly equal in the drone's ability. Obviously, not taking into account their rates, which may be different. But we are with Luke. He is not in with the mix. We've got Barfly way ahead this time. Viper as well. Who's going to be the first one out? I think it's going to be Barfly. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be Luke. Barfly just overtakes. Again, Barfly's got the advantage on frontline speed. Look at that. Because he's got the brushless. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's changed to the TWF. He did have the brushless, but he's changed.
You did just say that everyone had the same.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I remember saying that just as I said it. My brain's a bit slow. Okay, but we still got Luke. I think Luke is leading at the moment. Actually, yeah, Barfly must have done a bit of a... It's very difficult, though. You have to take into consideration that when you're flying the brushless and then you just swap and change to the brushed, it's a completely different way of flying, which you do have to take into account. So he's going to have to get used to it a little bit, I think. But Luke is doing super well coming through here. Brett is just behind him. Very, very close. Followed by Viper. But Luke is just smooth. And this is how Brett conquered it before Christmas. And on the last event that we did, he was super smooth. He wasn't going particularly fast, but he was clean. His lines were good. And he triumphed many a time. Many a time. And it looks like these two are very well matched as they fly through. They keep crossing over each other. It's going to be interesting as they go through here on how they do this. They're not doing the corkscrew. They're going in and out, in and out. You can see how wide they're going. They could actually make up a bit of time if they made that a little bit tighter, if that's the way they wanted to go through the corkscrew. But Luke's going to do it very closely, followed by Brett. That was really good racing. And we got Barfly here. Where is Viper? Viper's in on 227. Barfly is going to come in next. Oh, bit of a hit. But he's going to do it to make 4th place. And then we're just waiting now for Dave Gregory. I don't know where Dave Gregory is. Where's Dave Gregory? Dave Gregory. Dave Gregory. Dave Gregory. Dave Gregory didn't even take off.
I did say.
Well, he's not on the standing pad. He's next to it. So I'm not quite sure what happened to Dave Gregory. I think he might have had a bit of an issue.
Do you want me to end it?
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Pilots, race is now over.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, he didn't log any times at all. I wonder if his controller went again. I know that he had an issue with the controller not that long ago. Okay, so that was the end of round 3. We are now on the last round, but what I want to do is just show you what the scores currently look like. And there we are. Well, not the scores so much, but I don't really like going overboard about scores, if I'm honest, because it's not a real true example of a pilot's ability. But there we go anyway. 23 for Rich, only 1 behind Jay, 21 for Viper, 20 for Brett, 18 for Mr. H, 16 for Luke, Kev and Barfly, both on 15, 12 for iBands, 10 for Dave, and 9 for Scott T. Okay, let's go. We are good to go. This is the final round. The top 8 pilots will go through, and that will be interesting as well. We're going to be following... Who are we going to be following? I'm going to follow Mr. H this time.
Did it work?
Did what work?
I pressed start. Did it work?
Did what work?
I pressed start. Did it work?
No. No one started. Oh, now it has.
10 seconds.
And we are good to go. Okay, this is all the fastest group. Can Jay do it to get that extra point to match Rich? This is going to be a decider, and off they go. and I just can't tell because there's too many colours, but it looks like Jay is just in no, Rich is in front now. I think Jay was for a second, but then he wasn't. We're following Mr. H. He's just had a bit of a mistake going down the laced ladder. He's now going through the blue section, flying down through the yellow section, into the light blue, through the nub, coming through again. Going to be interesting. How is he going to take this corkscrew? He's going to do it properly. Oh, yeah. Oh no, he didn't. I don't know. Actually, I can't remember. But I think it was a bit of mix and match there. Rich 35, Jay 38, Mr. H 41, IBAN's 41. They are close together. We can watch them there as they're going through. IBAN's is really, really right behind. Really, really. He's really, really right behind Mr. H. But Mr. H had a bit of an issue there, which has made IBAN's capitalise on that. Can Mr. H pick up the time? I don't know if he can because IBAN's is super quick going through here. Oh, so is Mr. H. Oh my lord! Look how fast he's going. He's now neck and neck with IBAN's even. Look at that coming through. IBAN's does it, followed by Mr. H.
122, 122.
Wow, Mr. H though is now just capitalised in that. He's coming through down the laces. IBAN's had a bit of a mistake. So Mr. H just then as well, coming down through the blue section, now into the yellow section. I'm going really quickly. Mr. H is doing super good. Rich does it in 140. 145 for Jay. Mr. H cannot afford to make a mistake. We've got FPV Kev right behind him. I don't know where IBAN's is. I can't even see him, but he's around the corkscrew. But Mr. H is going to do it in 201. Kev 203. What is IBAN's doing? What happened? Oh, I missed. There he is. He did it in 207. And we are just waiting for Scotty, who does it in 2 minutes 14. That was exhausting.
Yeah, you spoke too fast.
I spoke too fast.
Fast.
I spoke too fast. I apologise if I spoke too fast. Okay, final heat of round 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. Okay, Viper, Luke, Barfly, Brett, and Dave. Hopefully Dave is going to be able to take off this time. I don't know what happened that time. What?
And Tawley.
And who?
Tawley.
Yeah, Brett. I just call him Brett because Tawley is a lot to say and Brett is... Tawley?
Tawley.
Can't say it quick.
Tawley.
Okay, you can say it, Rick. I can't. Okay, we're going to be following Luke again because it's going to be very. Actually, I'm gonna go inside people's FPV cameras just so that you guys can see it. Okay, let's go, and I can check with the blimp. If you can check the blimp for anyone who's close together, close racing, let us know. Here we go. We've got Luke. You can see, I can see, Mouse can see, and we're off. Oh, hang on, I haven't got the colours. Here we go.
Everyone's
So we've got
together.
Luke. What?
Everyone's close together.
Okay. Green is actually leading, closely followed. That's Barfly. We've got Luke right, but oh, Luke just had a bit of a mistake. It's given Viper the chance to overtake, and now he turns into second place. He is now chasing Barfly. Let's jump into Viper now. We can just see Barfly ahead.
Yeah, Green is in the lead.
Green. Oh, Viper had it. He just knocked straight into that wall. I wonder where Luke is. Luke is just behind. He's now chasing Viper even. And he's just overtaken Viper, I think. He has just overtaken Viper.
46 seconds for Barfly.
46 seconds. It's going to be close. Viper is right behind
I think
Luke. In
missed
fact,
the
I think
gate.
he's just taken Luke.
No, I think Luke missed the gate.
Yes, he has. Look, there's Luke. He's chasing the red. Where's Brett? Where's Brett in all this? Let's go over to Brett. Brett is now just going through the laces.
What happened?
I don't know. He's going down the yellow section at the moment. Okay, let's just check. Barfly seems to be. Hang on a minute. Who's yellow? Oh, Dave Gregory. I think he might have just lapped Dave Gregory. I'm not sure. But we've got Luke just behind Barfly. Let's just jump into Luke. Look at that. Luke is just They are. I don't know where they are. Oh no, he isn't.
And Viper are really
He is in
close.
second place, so it only takes a little mistake from. Oh no, Luke! He had a bit of an issue there, but he's made it back. But what's happened to Viper? Oh, Viper is actually still ahead of Luke. He's actually close to Barfly as he's going down the yellow section.
Whoa.
Not a good line through there, but made up for it going through there. Let's go through this chicane and into the nub. Oh, look! Oh, he's right on the tail now of Barfly. He's going the in and out method of these. He was the corkscrew. He's being chased at the moment by Barfly. Let's see what Barfly, you can just see. Oh, he tried to do it, but Viper made it into first place on that one on 24.
224.
Luke must have missed a gate to make it to 42.
Yeah,
Barfly
because-
on 227.
When they came in, one of them was 52 and then the other one was 106.
Ooh.
they missed a gate.
Okay, we're
They
going to go
were
in with
close
Dave.
together.
I don't know what Dave. Dave is just going now. Oh, he doesn't understand. It's a corkscrew.
I think I should just end it. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's just stopped.
He's just stopped.
I'm not sure. He did do a time. It did catch him on the first lap, but I'm not quite sure what's happened. He hasn't done any more. So yeah, we'll call it because he's not moving.
Pilots, race is now over.
I'm not sure if he's having a few issues with his controller. I know that he has done before. Okay, so the top 8. Not yet. No, you can do that bit, but don't do anything else for a second.
Okay, can I just go onto it, but just not like create it?
No, don't do anything because it needs to refresh. Here we go. Let's just do that like that. Okay,
Should I
now you can go
refresh?
to final. No, now you can just click on final. And let's create who is going to be in the top 8.
Can I read them out?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mouse is going to read them out. The top 8 is
Rich, Jay, Viper, Tully, Mr. H, Barflies, Luke, and FPV Kev.
Ooh, that's cool. FPV Kev's at the bottom.
Yeah.
He's just scraped through. Is that 8?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good then. Let's go. Final race of the night. Who is going to have the cherry on top? I do not know.
I like cherries on top. Why isn't it working?
It just takes a second because obviously when there's 8, it's really difficult to commentate. So I'm not going to go overboard with my commentary because I am shit at the best of it. But I'm even worse when there's cream. I mean, when there's cream on there, it's so close to white and yellow, and then light blue. It's very very difficult for my poor eyes to cope with that.
And
But
green and yellow are kind of.
good luck to all the pilots.
Should
We
I
are
start?
just going to. Oh, shoozy woozy. Okay, let's go.
Pilots, 10,
Who do you think is going to come
We are
first?
in with Viper, but it's going to be close. I don't know if I should do Viper or I don't know. Mr. H is going to be close with all of them, and they are offed. But Viper is currently last. We've got. I'm going to jump to yellow because that's Mr. H.
Yeah.
He is now coming through because as you can see we've got Jay and Rich fighting it out for first place. Second place though is going to look a little bit, he's got some space, Mr. H.
Rich has got some space as well.
Rich has got some space as well now. Who's that who is just behind him? It's FPV Kev. Mr. H has had a little bit of an issue, which means Kev is now capitalising on that.
Rich did it in 33.
33 and
Jay and 36.
whoa, and then we got Mr. H and FPV Kev. It's gonna be Kev followed by H.
Yeah. Kev on 42. Mr. H on 42.
That is close. Where are we
Luke.
with Pink and Barfly?
Luke 48. Brett 50. Barfly 51 and Viper 51.
So Luke's ahead.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good race as well. But we are currently watching Mr. H, but he's now got some space. No, he hasn't. FPV Kev is ahead. And we have Luke catching up with Mr. H at the moment by the looks of it. Because we can just see FPV Kev now just coming in to do his final lap. And he is in. FPV Kev, second lap, 22. Mr. H does it 128. We are still watching that. We've got pink, which is Luke. Second lap, 1:35.
Yeah.
Then we got Brett. 1:39 for
Yeah.
Brett. Barfly.
141, and then Viper 144.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Look, Rich on 1:36. He flew that one.
J 144.
FPV Kev is going to come in third place though. We can see that. Let's just jump in with Kev. Oh, that's not Kev. Kev is at the last. There we go. Oh, he's just done it.
201.
He's floating. Okay, who's going to be next?
Viper.
No, it's not going to be Viper, is it?
Mr. H.
Mr. H. Who's going to be after?
12.
Who's going to be after H? Green?
Blue.
No, blue. Viper. Oh yeah, I'm in with Viper now. Oh, hang on a minute. Someone just overtaken Viper.
No, it's
No.
Barfly. No, Luke.
Oh, Luke. And then Barfly. I just said he was looking at me next. I just said, oh.
It was Luke.
But Viper comes in 7th. Who are we waiting for?
FPV Cav? No.
We are waiting for Brett on 2:43. So Rich has the cherry on top. Rich! Woo woo! Not that that's any surprise, to be fair. But
I end it.
well done to everybody. Any thoughts on the track? Did you like it? Was it good? Did you like the little nubs?
I like the second sort of half of the track. I didn't like the start.
Okay.
The ladder and the weave. That bit I didn't like. But once you got down the ladder on the other side and he was gone, it was really good then.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was very good. Fair play.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you as well to Jays for giving Rich a bit of a run for his money. I'm glad that someone actually can. But he still did it in 1:36, which I think is a pretty quick time for a bunch of people on the track as well. So well done to them. That is it for Mr. LaZy Legs this Tuesday. And Mouse. Yep. Thank you very much for joining us. We are back again. We're going to start slowly as we move back into the year. So keep an eye out on the Discord or on the Facebook for more dates. But every Tuesday we are here. So if you want to come on the Tuesday to watch or even to give it a go and fly, then you are more than welcome to do so. More the merrier. But that is it from us. Thank you to the pilots for taking part. I can't do it without you, so thank you. And from me and Mouse, stay safe in this uncertain times. Oh, there's Mouse. We nearly had a funny episode just then. My little mousey wousey. That is it from us. So stay safe. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the very near future.
Squeak.
Squeak.
Squeak.